Hello guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. It's Black Friday week. How have you been doing? Are you on the naughty list for Black Friday or are you good? All good? I have been a bit naughty and a few things have already arrived. So today we're going to be doing a full face of new makeup. It's new for me, so it's good enough, right? I have other things coming my way. Lisa Eldridge released her eyeshadow palettes. I am in waiting line because mine had trouble shipping, so I hopefully want to review it, but I feel like now it's almost a bit redundant. Like everybody is doing a review on the Lisa Eldridge eyeshadow palettes. I feel like I'm late, but I got it. I'm still waiting for it to come my way. I also had a few health related problems. That's why I haven't posted for a bit. I still haven't figured them out completely, but you don't care about that, you care about the makeup. Yeah, let's get into it. First of all, I haven't prepped my skin, so we are going to be starting with the Wishful Honey Whip Moisturizer. And guys, I can swear on this. Like, I got this as a sample with another order, and now I can't do without it. In fact, I was on the Huda Beauty website just to repurchase this when I thought, why not? You know, Huda Beauty has a lot of great sales, like up to 80% off. So I bought something that I had been eyeing for a bit, which is the majority of what you're going to be seeing in this video. And I swear to God, oops, the smell of this, I wish I could eat it. Like, this smells like honey. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It smells really good. And this cream is actually very good. It has a lot of peptides and enzymes. My skin is prepped. What do I want to do? Let's start with the eyeshadow actually. The eyeshadow is part of the new, and here I have Beautybay's new huge palette. This is the neutral 42 eyeshadow palette, but this is huge. And here it is. This is a new release for them, but I haven't seen a lot of people try it on, so we are going to try it on. It's a bit huge for me, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is a lot of shades. 42. I certainly don't need this many shades, but the shades that call to me the most are these rows here with these like 90s tones and this burgundy. I also think that it's very cool that it has a purple. This looks like a blue in the pan. It's not a blue, it's a silver. I think this is a very good option if you want a neutral or cool tone leaning palette, because there are a lot of releases in this category, in this color category. And this is, I think this is really cheap. So let's try if it's something that it's actually worth the money. To give it the best chance we can give it, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. I want to go in the shades that actually, you know, made me purchase this. This shade here, Tender, and I'm going to be using this as a base, which means I'm not only going to be using it in the crease, but I want to pat it all over the lid. This is actually more purple leaning than it looks in the pan. Yes, this looks like a mauve instead of a mauvish brown. It's definitely just a mauve, which is weird because in the pan, I mean, does this look like a mauve to you? Like if you see it like this? I think not. Let's see. Applied like this. No, I still don't see the brown that I was promised. But that's okay. That's okay. This brings me in a whole new, other, different direction than what I was envisioning, because I wanted something brown. And here I am with purple on my lids. Also, I should mention, this is the second time I'm trying Beautybay eyeshadows. I have the Mini Berry palette, which is very good. It's very nice, but this is the first time I try neutrals, and you know, more ordinary shades. This isn't what I wanted at all, but I can still make it work because I was already planning on using the purple shimmer, even though I wanted a neutral brownish base. But we're going to be doing purple, and let's see if actually I can make it a bit less purple by adding some brown. So I'll be going into pecan here, which is definitely a more neutral brown than a cool tone brown. I think this is a bit darker than the shade I used though, so yeah, so I have to use this here in the outer corner. Still think I need to warm this up a bit because I don't really love purple on me. I mean, these shades are blending, but are they super smooth, like high quality formula? No. Like, I think I'm having to blend this even a bit more, a tiny bit more than I have to blend my ColourPop eyeshadows. So it definitely isn't a matter of price, it's just the formula. I get it, cool tones are harder to formulate because like up to now, this type of purplish grayish tones can definitely go patchy. Like, let's try to bring some warmth into this. I'm going into cookie. I would love to have a cookie right now. I will be dusting this here in the crease so that it also helps me blend everything. What do you usually do on Black Friday? Like, do you actually get gifts for other people? Or are you just like me and you mainly get things for yourself? I mean, I have grabbed a few gifts for sure, but I feel like I have grabbed gifts for myself mostly, which is fine. You should treat yourself when you feel like you have the means to. But a lot of my purchases were not intended, you know. But I want to very bad dip into this burgundy. Let's see if it goes patchy on me. It's the shade Wine, because of course, how would you call a burgundy shade? And I'm placing this here in the other corner. This is definitely a cool tone version of a burgundy, because I feel like burgundies usually have a tiny bit of warmth, and I'm not sure if I prefer the warm version, to be honest with you. This looks like yeah, I guess this does look like a wine shade. You know, the typical color wine leaves on your napkin. I feel like now we are very heavily hitting the purple button, and there's no going back. So I'm just embracing this. I feel like the quality of the shadows isn't bad. Like, this isn't bad quality. It takes a bit of time to blend a few shades, especially in the lower rows, because those are really gray, while the rows on top are more neutral leaning. The cool tones do take more to blend, but for the price, I think we can't complain too much. My shirt was meant for a brown look. It's fine. I'm simply going to the vet later, which will be weird, like full glam for a vet session, for a vet sesh. And we're going into the shade Trophy, which is the purple shade. And I have always liked the shimmer formula of Beautybay at the touch. Like, my other palette is very soft in the shimmers, and I feel like this is also very soft. This shade actually is a bit heavy here on the inner corner. It gives me some texture, and I still don't have a lot of wrinkles on there, so this is on Beautybay, not on me. But I like the color. I really like the color. Maybe it is a bit too dark for this time of the day. It's 3 p.m. So let's try to lighten this up. I will go into the shade Locket here. I will place this, let's see, I will try placing this with a brush. Yeah, it's not doing much, but to be fair, I hate applying shimmers with a brush, so it doesn't work. Just use my finger. This shade also has a very crumbly texture, so it translates on texture on the eyes as well, which is not very flattering, I think. Like, can you see here? Look how texture that is. To get rid of that, you have to tap and tap and tap, which is not great for your eyes. So this Locket shade, it's a no for me, but we are going to be moving on and doing the lower lash line. I'm going into the same shades because I want it to be cohesive. For my base, my newest acquisition is the Glowish Multi-Dew Skin Tint by Huda Beauty, by Glowish. I had watched this in store and I didn't feel like it was too highlightery on me. I have also here my ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation, just in case I need more coverage, and I usually use that as a concealer as well. So let's see. I will place this on my hand. This is the shade Fair 01, and with my sponge I'm going to pick it up. It seems more highlightery now, and I use this as a foundation. This is giving me some coverage. Of course it's a skin tint, so I'm not expecting it to cover my past mistakes. It has covered a bit here around my nose, which is great, which I actually didn't expect that. This would be an initial application. Is this to highlight? Maybe. I don't think it's too much. I think it's a bit less than the Charlotte Tilbury. I also have the Charlotte Tilbury, the highlighting fluid, what's that one called, like Hollywood filter or something like that. It's definitely less than that, but it is giving me some shine. I wouldn't go out like this, just with this, but I feel like with a bit of concealer, I can definitely work with this. There is a lot of blue under my eyes today. I was woken up like this morning at 8 a.m. by delivery. Like, is it normal that they deliver things at 8 a.m.? Like, I'm not sure. I never had a delivery so early in my life. This is the first time, and I was surprised by that, and I hated it. Like, frankly, I hated it. I was thinking I'm going to call the company. 8 a.m. I just want to stay in bed for like a bit more. Please don't wake me up. But yeah, in the end, it has woken me up, and it has woken both me and my cat, which means if my cat is awake, I have to take care of her, do the usual cat owner business at 8 a.m., which I was not happy about that. I'm not sure what I feel about the Glowish Skin Tint yet. I have to see how it wears, if it gets too oily. I will be using the, again, Huda Beauty Burning Cherry Cream Blush. This one, I've used this one time, but I really like it. So I will be applying it with the other tip of my sponge. This is also very pigmented. I don't know, maybe it's a bit too many creams on my face today. I will be an oil leak by the end of the day. Probably. I use a moisturizer to prep my skin. I use a glowy tint. I'm using a cream blush. Done with my blush, I will do my eyebrows off camera because it's boring. So this is what I picked up from the Huda Beauty sale. This is the Huda Beauty Liquid Matte Minis in the brown shades. This was like $5, so I had to pick it up, even if I definitely don't need more brown lipsticks. I don't think I will ever need more brown lipsticks, but let's be real, I'll still use them. This is the shade Her Majesty, which is a brown type of brown. You know what I mean, a brown type of brown, like a very chocolatey brown. This is the shade Trendsetter. I used to have the big one of this, but I recall it being more terracotta. This is not the shade I remember, but I like it. Then is the shade On Top, which looks a bit more reddish. Yeah, so this definitely has more pink in it. And the last one is Alpha Femme, which looks more like, what is this? It's paler than the second one. Like, these two are similar, but this is more warm toned, this is more cool toned. I think I'm going with Trendsetter. It's been a while since I used the Huda Beauty liquid lipstick. Yeah, this was it for today. I do like the finished look, and I like the blush a lot, but that's not new. Well, it's kinda newish. And I like the liquid lipstick. I even think that the fact that this liquid lipstick is brownish, it matches my shirt very well, right? It does. It does match my shirt very well. I'm happy now. I hope you had a bit of fun and this helped you relax, unwind, whatever you use YouTube videos for. I know I use them to unwind and sometimes even to sleep. So yeah, I hopefully will be receiving the Little Eldridge palette soon, and hopefully I can make a video on that. And yeah, let me know in the comments what have you splurged on this Black Friday, if you have at all, and if you have bought anything for your friends and family, or you're just, you know, just some shopping for yourself. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you will consider subscribing, leaving a like, leaving a comment. It really helps, and I do makeup videos, so more makeup on your feed is always a great idea, according to me personally. And I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.